40.
Huh?
240. What's up, SNA Assassinator? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the wrestling news. Yeah, we can. I can. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I gotta go to the credit union right now.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
I'm the credit union. And I'll get your brother's money and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Right.
See you then.
I'll see you then.
Okay. But anyways, this is the wrestling news video on June 21st, 2024, where I'm going to be talking about the wildest wrestling news stories and what you SNA Assassinators need to know from the Wrestling Inc. article. Make sure to watch until the very end because these wrestling news are going to get very intriguing. We're going to start off on today's news story as backstage reports on WWE's plans for Money in the Bank and SummerSlam. It says right here, the road of WWE Money in the Bank has officially begun. And so far, 3 matches are confirmed in aside from the traditional men's and women's Money in the Bank ladder match. A returning Seth Rollins will challenge Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship at the July 6th premium live event based on recent events like speculation like on 2 additional title matches, like specifically Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa and Logan Paul versus LA Knight has also arisen a new report has since poured cold water on those speculations in the regards to Money in the Bank, at least according to the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter. The projected title matches between the undisputed WWE Championship between Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa, as well as the United States Championship match between Logan Paul versus LA Knight, are currently earmarked for the 2024 SummerSlam event rather than Money in the Bank. This year's SummerSlam event will emanate from the Cleveland Brown Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, 4 weeks after WWE hosts Money in the Bank in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Cody Rhodes' latest title defense put him one on one with AJ Styles and then I Quit match at Clash at the Castle, on June 15th, after making the phenomenal one verbally surrender. Rhodes came face to face with the acting leader of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa. As expected, Solo Sikoa's new bloodline Brithen were not far behind. As the brethren, his brethren were not far behind, as Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa probably uh, ambushed Rhodes with Sikoa before the likes of Randy Orton and Kevin Owens emerged to even the odds. The feud between Knight and Paul ignited on the May 31st episode of Friday Night SmackDown, as Knight declared his desire to capture the United States Championship, with Paul remaining relatively absent from WWE. absent from WWE programming. Knight later took matters into his own hands by breaking into Paul's home and enjoying a swim in his backyard pool. Like like now, now Knight is set uh, to formally confront Paul on tonight's episode of SmackDown in Chicago, which he made sure to make it clear last week when he left Logan Paul's house. But what are your thoughts on to this latest news story about it has been confirmed for Seth Rollins and Damian Priest at Money in the Bank, but not really quite for Solo Sikoa versus Cody and Knight versus Paul. Like, much rather be at SummerSlam. And do you think it will be in SummerSlam, or do you think that these reports are not completely accurate? Let me know down in the comments below. I think that's the case, but like partially not active. I mean accurate. Like active. I mean it is. I'll say active too, but also accurate. Like, but I don't know. We're just gonna wait and see. I think we will indeed see Cody Rhodes versus Solo, so we can build things up to Randy versus Cody at SummerSlam. But don't get me wrong. Like, I think maybe we could they could delay it by Bash in Berlin, which that's the only way I can see it, like the feud starting at, like in the starting at the upcoming premium live event will be in Bash in Berlin, but I think it's gonna actually be at SummerSlam, if you know what I mean. But let me know down in the comments below. I just don't know right now, but we're probably gonna figure this out like starting on Money in the Bank. That's the number one thing I can tell you right now, that we're definitely going to be figuring that out. And we got some news about Chad Gable being replaced in the Money in the Bank qualifier match next week on Raw, following his Wyatt 6 attack on last week's Raw. And it says right here, we got some very intriguing news right here. Indefinitely, even though he was defeated by Sami Zayn at Clash at the Castle and was subsequently betrayed by his stablemates on Raw, Chad Gable still had some hope, after he was announced for one of the qualifying matches for the Money in the Bank ladder match next week on Monday Night Raw. But I'll list, like Gable's status in the match became dicey thanks to the end of the past Monday's show, where Gable was brutally attacked by the debuting Wyatt 6, with some going as far to say that Gable looked as though he had been shot in the head, as one would expect. The recovery from such an attack is a bit longer. Then a week on the June 20th episode of WWE Main Event, a new graphic for the Money in the Bank qualifying match on Raw this Monday on June 20. What was it? On June 24th. Yeah, that's right. On June 24th. Showed Gable was no longer being advertised for the match. Instead, Gable was replaced by Ilya Dragunov, who will take on Braun Strowman and Big Bronson Reed. or will take on the Bruisers, Big Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman. Let me rephrase that. My apologies. But it says right here, like for the right to go on the onto Money in the Bank in Toronto this July. Gable was far from the only one attacked during the Wyatt Six first appearance on Raw, as numerous members of the WWE roster and backstage personnel were seen laid out following the long anticipated arrival of the group. However, Gable so far is the only one who's had in upcoming matches affected by the attack. Like in addition to his appearance in the aftermath, drawing the attention that it